5-minute trap. Five-minute trap. 5-minute trap.
Pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to my stream. I'm Bye Money. Thanks for joining. Here we trade live every single day on the E-mini. And hopefully today I can end green. That is my hope today. That is truly my hope today. I end green. The price action the last few days have just been absolutely terrible. We just finished our pre-market show, and I always have a great time there. And it's just a time where we can be a little more personal and go over some of my off-stream trades, and also go over all my account balances. So, if you guys are wondering, does Bye Money trade with real money? Is this real or fake? If you become a member, you'll know everything. I disclose everything to you guys. So. Phil W, good morning. Drop a GM in the chat. Make sure you guys fill that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. Ev Zen, good morning. Slight overcast in the foothills. Kevin Mack from Louisville, Kentucky. Frank Angelo. Good morning from New Jersey, where they don't trust us to pump our own gas. It's actually really interesting. I don't know any other state that does that. Lance Gahan. Hi from the UK. Is it Lance Gahan or Gahan? Let's do some pre-market analysis here. Health and Fitness, good morning. K Roberts, good morning from Florida. We do have a 2-leggy forming here. Do I like this short? I don't know. Underneath the 20 MA, the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA are converging. This is why we're getting this chop here. I'll say break of trend to attempt to new low, double bottom here. 10K chart. 2-leggy on the 10K chart. Potential trap trade on the 10K chart. We are just so close to yesterday's close. I just think we're going to come back up to it. I mean, it's right here, and I just feel like we can get back up to it in this session. I don't know, though. It's hard for me to say. So it looks like a downtrend, right? We're underneath the 20 MA on the higher time frames, right? The 10K chart, potential trap trade. But we also have this magnet here, which is yesterday's close, which we can get sucked back up into it. And hard for me to say. So with that being said, I may want to take a trap here back up to yesterday's close rather than continue this downtrend, thinking that we have this already double bottom here. And who knows? scan. Ah, land scan. Got it. Appreciate it. I'm gonna try to remember that next time. Gav says, nice trap on a 10K incoming. I mean, there is a nice trap. It's true. I mean, it's forming. If we do get it triggered, it's a pretty good entry here. It's a Pikachu trade currently, and coming after a massive uptrend, you have a major trend reversal approaching here with a exhaustive move up here and big push down. Looking for follow through on that big push down. It's basically a Pikachu trade because it's both a two-legged pullback. Right, it's both a failed or both a second entry short and also a failed second entry long. Two pushes down, and this fails to make a point and may reverse. So we call it Pikachu because if you draw the pattern out, right, with a failed second entry long and also the second entry short, right, this looks like a kind of like a lightning bolt. So we call it a Pikachu because the tail of a Pikachu looks like a lightning bolt. So we call these Pikachus here. Easy to tell. I mean, I can draw it out for you guys, of course, but easy to tell with the indicator because you just have a magenta super signal with a number, a red number, dark green or dark red number. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys so you guys can see it. All right, a little bigger for you guys. But regardless, market is about to open in 10 minutes. I do not like to be in trade. I like to be in a trade when the market opens. So unless this Pikachu triggers, I may really want to enter even at market open. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man. By the way, if you want to know what time frame I'm looking at, you can look at the top left of your screen, and it tells you the time frame I'm looking at. I have so many captures right now. my OBS is working overtime, in overdrive mode. I have like 12 captures for you guys, you know, for you guys. We do have a two-leggy here. A, B, C, two-leggy. It's a lower high, also right lower than this one. Attempt at the double bottom. This is why I'm not taking this short here. Terrible signal bar, but it could easily reverse here because of the double bottom here. So I'm sitting on my pause right now. Plus we have yesterday's close, which could be a clear target that we might try to get to. Pikachu though, forming here on a 10K chart. Boy, oh boy, do I want to take this. I actually want to take this trade. The only thing about anything on a 10K chart is you got to make sure you can handle the risk here. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 points of risk right now. It's not that bad, but and this might create an outside bar reversal. Unsure. Keeping an eye on this one because this is a good setup here to go short. But we also have this potential reversal here, which I'm actually interested in taking the reversal trade. Let's see which one triggers first. I mean, if we break this low, basically that trap triggers on the 10K chart. If we break this high, the trap triggers basically on the 2K chart to come back up to the yesterday's close. I'm actually more inclined to go back to yesterday's close, but we shall see. I mean, we are in a downtrend right now and making lower highs, but we haven't made a lower low yet. Good morning, guys. If you guys are just joining, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Also, location's great too. Alon Hanel says, morning all from Central Florida. Good morning, guys. I do see some green names here that I don't see in the pre-market show. So make sure you guys come out to the pre-market show. Love to see you guys there, especially if you're members, because it's available to you guys. And if you guys don't know how to access the pre-market show, simply go to the actual channel itself. And then there should be a members tab available for you if you're a member. And there you can see links to the pre-market show. Just watching this. Time to get some bamboo. Market's about to open here. About 4 more minutes. Uwe, good morning from cold Germany. Germany. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Can you feel excitement? Can you feel it? Can you feel the energy? Right when the market opens, it's game time. We're gonna get our bamboo. I want to take this trap, but it's gonna be so close to market open. I don't want to risk it actually here. This could be a trade that we might be stuck in into the market open. So, gonna actually let market open happen and miss out on this trade and move on to the next one. And it's just, it is what it is.
$10,000 tick trap.
Trap about to trigger on a 10,000 tick chart. Ooh, that's why you gotta have those alerts. Alerts available for those who have the two-legged pullback deluxe indicator, alerting us that this trap is about to trigger. You guys could hear it. If this trap triggers, I really want to take this trap actually. The problem is I think it's going to happen right at market open. And it's just kind of, I have to break a rule in order to enter this really good setup that I see. I hate it. I hate it. And it should be no question I should not be entering this trade. But this trap is just like, almost feels like free money. It's have to sit on my paws, pandas. Market's about to open in 1 minute here. Market's about to open. 30 seconds. Oh, pandas. I think I'm gonna have to skip this trap because of market open. But I really want to enter it. Oh man, I'm so eager to enter this trap trade, and this just because it's a good setup. I like the setup a lot. And man, oh man, it's gonna happen right at market open, and I'm just gonna have to skip this.
10,000 tick trap.
It's just like for me, it almost feels like free money. But yep, free money. Could have scalped that right there. It's all good though, pandas. I mean, it just happens to be right at market open. Just nothing you can do about it. That was free money. We made that new low, so we could look for a trap trade to the long side here, back to yesterday's close. I might look for a higher low setup here. Depends on eager. I mean, the best trade to take is a fail second trade short in this area. This is the best trade to take, best setup to take. Looking at the daily chart as well. I mean, for me, I feel like we're gonna actually come down today. I think today, if I'm gonna vote, I would say bear trend day today. I feel like we might have a bear trend day today. Lance Gone says, finally stopped revenge trading, took a week off and told myself I will never make it as a trader if I don't stop now. All those that doubted you were right worked for me. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Seems like you had a breakthrough. No setups for us, unfortunately, so this is going up without us. So both the things happened what I thought was going to happen. That trap triggered, plus we're also coming back to yesterday's close. So kind of both those things that I was thinking going to happen actually are happening right now. We want to make that final push down. And basically that's a failed trap on the 10K chart. I mean, it does come down, but hits our channel. If you guys want the channel, this is the channel that we're looking at right now, or that at least I have. And the midline was a channel, was, you know, where it found the support, comes back down to the bottom channel, coming back up to the midline of it. Coming back to yesterday's close with no entries for us, unfortunately. So this is just going up without us. Nigasas asks, why do you lose so much? You gotta bring that up now, huh? Oh man, I don't know. Honestly, the price action has been pretty terrible in my opinion last couple days. I would say last week was really bad, and even yesterday was it was one of the lowest volume days, you know, in a long time. And so it's just the price action has been so bad in my opinion. Very hard to read for me. Just been very confusing, very confused like most of the time. And so but you know, the thing is, even though I'm like losing on stream, you know, when it comes off stream, I typically do very well. And if you don't believe, or if you want to know how well I do, then you can become members. There you go. I go over all my accounts. You know, you can see all my account balances. I go over all my off-stream trades. I turn all my markers on. You can see everything. And you know, those are for those people who want to support me. And it's like something I like to do with those who are supportive. We do have a higher low setup here, and you know, potential good setup to take just a higher low, but especially strong uptrend like this. But I want my setup, especially when we're so close to an obvious target here. Yesterday's close, we're about to hit it, and we are effectively in an uptrend right now. This is a reversal, even though there's no major trend reversal happening. We are in a reversal. We are in an uptrend right now, and I'm going to try to get a trade going long here. Yeah, revenge trading is a tough one to overcome. For me, my biggest mistakes usually come because I trade too large. I trade too large for my account size, and it took me a while to figure out the correct sizing. Big push up, but unfortunately, pandas, no entries. We may have followed through from yesterday's candle, right? Strong bull bar ending on its high. We could have followed through here, and we can just have a bull trend. I think we're gonna have a bear trend. Like, I feel like we're gonna come back to the 20 EMA here, but I could be wrong, right? This could be just a super strong uptrend. We can keep going up here, and we'll see though. I mean, right now it looks like a strong bull trend, so I'm gonna try to trade accordingly. We're gonna let the price action tell us more information here. I may take a trap trade here, but we're just approaching yesterday's high, which could be act as a resistance. So but if you want to participate in this uptrend here, this is one way to do it. Plus also 10K chart, strong bull bar ending on its high, most likely some follow through after that. Am I gonna go long here? I'm gonna sit on my pause. I'm gonna wait for a better setup. I actually do like taking these when I think the momentum is very strong. Is the momentum very strong? It's not bad. It actually is pretty strong right now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna sit on my pause here. A little more price action. Bear bar, bad signal bar. And then we also have some members here who are part of the two-legged pullback Discord. And you know, we like to post, you know, we have a channel talking about our progress with Apex, and we have a bunch of people who are funded, and they're kind of tracking their, and they're also sharing their journey as well. So for those who are in the two-legged pullback Discord, make sure you guys check that out. Still waiting for a good setup to enter a trade here. This is a fail second entry short here, and we could find a good push up here. I'll look for a two-leggy to go long, I guess. So I'll look for. We are effectively in an uptrend right now. A, B, C. Looking for a two-leggy back to the 20 EMA here. And who knows? I mean, I think bear trend, just because on the daily chart it looks like we need a pullback, but also on the daily chart we had a strong bull bar ending on its high. So tough to say. I mean, typically there's follow through on these kind of bars. Strong bull bar ending on its high on the 10K chart. No entry for us on the 2K chart to participate in this uptrend. You could come in with this first entry here. That would be a reasonable long, in my opinion, if you want to participate in this uptrend. But I'm looking for the two-leggy. Okay, so right, this breaks the previous high, so we lose our count. Right, the count resets here. This comes back to 1, and so we are back on our first pullback. No two-leggy for us. This does hit yesterday's high, and look how clearly above the 20 EMA we are. I'm looking for a long trade here, and I'm just waiting for the setup for me. But we'll see if we get it. Just don't know. I may take a trap trade here, but yesterday's high is acting as a slight resistance right now. Not like a full-blown bounce off of the resistance. Very, you know, it's an inside bar here. Starting to get a little choppy. But no entries for me yet. No two leggies yet. Yesterday's high no longer acting as resistance. Just no entries. Just watching this go without us. Spike in channel. Currently looking like this. And typically these convert into trading ranges. You know, after this channel upwards, this bull leg is going to turn to a bear leg. Into a trading range. And the trading range could be as small as 2 legs, right? It could just be up, down. Right? The trading range could literally just be this leg and then this leg. And this is technically a trading range, right? You have support, resistance, and it's just within this range. Now, it can continue to go down, but still this acted as a trading range. Big push down here. Am I still looking for a long trade? Good question. Do I still want a 2-leggy off the 20 EMA here? I feel like we are an uptrend, and I'd consider it. I'll consider it. 2-leggy off the 20 EMA if we can even get that. There is a FOMC statement tomorrow, and but also Whiskey Wednesday. So typically it's very slow before the FOMC announcement. Typically, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's actually crazier. But yeah, Whiskey Wednesday tomorrow. That's what we like to do. Whiskey Wednesday on Wednesdays. It's the first entry long here. So watching. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? You guys want to see my tongue? Pandas, 213 concurrent viewers, but 31 likes. Come on, Pandas, you can do better than that. Scalp that like button. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Andre B says, can anyone explain PMI in layman's as I research it? To be honest, I would have to Google that. I don't know what it stands for. I think it's like manufacturing some index, something like that. Helps measure the strength of the economy. That's what it does. Oh, is it private mortgage insurance? PMI, is that to do with mortgage? Completely off. Yeah, I don't think it's a mortgage insurance. I mean, there is a PMI you get. If you put a small down payment on a house, you have to pay PMI, like a premium. I don't think that's what the PMI we're talking about here. Viewers, Pandas, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Private mortgage insurance? Who cares about that? There we go. That makes more sense to me. PMI, yeah, that's something else. That's the thing about acronyms, you just don't know. You just don't know. We are having some trouble here. We did break our spike in channel, and we could look for a new high now. Creates an outside bar reversal. You guys know how much I hate outside bar reversals. It does create an outside bar, right? Inside, outside, outside bar. IOO pattern means breakout mode. Means that if we break either one of these highs and lows, we could have a strong move. Most likely going to go up. Most likely goes with the original trend. But we are finding some resistance now at yesterday's high. This is what this blue line is here. This is yesterday's close. And somewhere way down here is yesterday's low. That red line. IOO pattern. IOO. Too leggy off the 20 EMA, but it's getting too choppy. But the bias is bullish right now. I mean, don't get confused, right? This is a bullish currently. It is bullish. Clearly above the 20 EMA, clearly making higher highs, higher lows. So you want to look for a long, some sort of long setup here. But it is also very choppy, so you must consider that. The immediate context is very choppy here. Now we're starting to break out. Perhaps strong bull bar will appear here, breakout bar. I'm looking for a setup. I have no setup though. I mean, this just got really shaky. It's really choppy here, and I just watched it get chopped up. Not participating in that. Just sitting on my paws. Ooh, a whiskey. Can you recommend a good one? I would like to try something new. I've been getting to a lot more bourbons, typically a little cheaper. So if you're from Germany, I'm not sure if you can get your hands on the bourbons we have here. I mean, it's hard for me to even get them. But yeah, I mean the classics: Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, right? Blanton's, which is like near impossible to get. Yeah, these are like the classics. Very good. Bourbon from Kentucky. Right, we do have a lower high second entry short, but I'm not interested in this short because not enough information, right? Not enough evidence we're in a downtrend. We are getting choppy, so there could be evidence that the uptrend might pause here and may keep going up. We do have a Pikachu trade here to go long. Do I like this Pikachu? I kind of do actually. We're still clearly above the 20 MA. If we get a decent signal bar, perhaps I'll consider it. Nick says, cracked a bottle of 15 years Sam Houston last night. What was the occasion, man? 15 years, wow. So was it a $100 scotch, $150 scotch? Strong bear bar ending on its low. Now I'm not looking to go long, right? We have a bar like this. It's not necessarily the most bullish thing you're thinking about, especially when you're having chop like this. It's just really choppy here. Yeah, I honestly think yesterday was there were a lot of rhythmic issues. Bear bar ending on its low. This could be a potential trap trade here. Now we're below the 20 EMA, and we clearly hit yesterday's high as resistance. But also coming to yesterday's close, maybe support. I mean, we're between like this 4-point range right now, but this is starting to look really weak now. No entries for us regardless. So if you wanted to participate on this reversal, could not because we did not get our setup. Apparently there's some news at 10 o'clock the PMI, so we might be getting chopped until then. Potential trap trade to the short side here. Do I want to take this trap? Am I looking for a short trade right now? That's the question. I don't know if I'm really looking for a short trade. But if it triggers, I'm just very tempted to enter any type of short or any trap trade really, especially when it looks like this. Potential trap trade to the short side here. Do I want this trap trade? Do I want this trap? Tempting. Ah, man. Skipping it. I don't know if I'm really looking for a short trade here. Just because we have first break of trend. Typically look for a retest. But this could have been the retest. Some sort of double top here. Could be. But like here, could have been a double bottom. But rather, it actually creates a new low. Here could be a double top, but actually might create a higher high. So skipping this trap trade, even though I typically like this trades a lot. Plus trading range indicator also showing us that we may be in a trading range here. Going short at the bottom of the trading range. Kendrick Ray says, take it. I'll pass. I'm really okay passing this. Even though I like trap trades a lot, I'm just, yeah. I don't think this is a place you look for short, to be honest. Currently, this trap is actually failing, so I'm kind of glad I didn't enter that. A disappointing follow through. I may enter the failed trap here to go long, but we're underneath the 20 MA, so I'm not very interested in this long either. To me, it looks like potential trading range here. Whew. Okay, that trap fails. That's why I didn't enter it. And pandas, this is why price action trading is king. You would have got stopped out right there if you entered that short. And you could have maybe got out. Barely. And I was really thinking about entering that because I like trap trades, but glad I didn't enter it now. Yep. Hassam Harabi says we were right at 20 EMA. I was eyeing that as well. Right at the 20 EMA on the 10K chart can act as support. May be difficult to break down here. Higher low setup, it might be something I might be looking for here. Thinking we're in a trading range. strong bull bar ending on its high. Could have followed through here. I want a higher low setup. If I get a small pullback and another push up back to the top of the trading range, I'll consider that. Thinking we're gonna make a new high. That's my trade right now, and it's not even a two-leggy, which is unfortunate. This says Apex failed many due to poor risk management and the sneaky trailing stop. Yes, the trailing stop is there to prevent people from just, doing home run swings and getting lucky. It prevents that because while, if you might be in like a 35 contract trade, if it just kind of oscillates a little too much, then you'll get busted. Joe, no. He asked, does Apex only use NinjaTrader? Nope. They use, I think, almost every broker. They use a lot of platforms. Sorry, not broker, platforms. Higher low setup here, which is actually, I'll trade a trap. What can I say? I would like a setup. I would like a two-leggy here, something like this. I don't know. But if it ends up looking like this, it could end up looking really choppy. So it's a little difficult. Maybe 10 o'clock is what we're waiting for, but right now this is untradeable in my opinion. Especially with that trap failing, very tricky. I was very tempted, and you guys heard me, verbally, verbally wrestling with myself to enter that trade, and I decided to skip it, and I'm glad I did because the trap. So if you're like, oh man, Panda always skips trades, good trades, and he never makes money, well, it's because of moments like this. Moments like this. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let's go, baby. 242. It's trained by Matt. Is he on vacation today again? What's going on? I would actually like if I'm not gonna complain with high viewer count, but Andre B says, I've looked up all the vids I can on two-legged pullbacks. I still don't understand those things. Well, I would say you can look at my video, but my video is probably the #1 video right now on YouTube explaining two-leggies. Trap trade to the upside, but now we're at the top of the trading range, but potentially looking for a new high here. And I like the price action on the higher time frames, right? Strong bull bars ending near their high off the 20 MA. So I'm thinking we're in an uptrend, and just no entries. No entries for us, pandas. But I might look for a trap trade to the long side here, but ends up looking like a trading range here. About one more minute to 10 o'clock, and I don't know if 10 o'clock would trigger something. We'll see. Oh, TBN. That explains it. Like 250 views. Let's go, baby. Explains it all. Explains it all. JMRWR says, I'll be honest, I mainly watched Matt, but because he trades NQ, which I like as well, if he's not streaming, I come here because I still like the commentary and learning about the ES. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And we call this edutainment here. Edutainment, price action, potential trap trade to the long side. I may be interested in a trap trade to the long side, but we need the setup, pandas. I need this to trigger. I need this to trigger one tick below, and then so I can go long. That's what I need. That's what I need. We didn't get our setup. So frustrating. Like, we just needed one tick below so we can get this trap trade, and it's going on without us, unfortunately. So looking for that new high. Like I mentioned, you know, something similar here, right? Where we have this trap going to the long side. It fails because I actually wanted to find that new low, right? You thought it was going to reverse here, but no new low was created, and that new low was created. So you're not looking for a long trade here. You're looking for a long trade after the new lows created. Similarly to here, you're not looking for a short trade here. You're waiting for that high, that new high, attempt to new high at least. Now you're looking for a short trade, but technically right now still we have not made a new high yet, so it could still happen. It could happen with a trap. If it happens with a trap, I'll be very interested in entering with a trap to the long side for a long trade. Amin Jatoro asks how many contracts you're trading, you're using for 300k valuation. Ooh, there's our new high. And so we never got our trap trade, which we really wanted. Never got it, unfortunately. So you can only take what the market gives you, and the market didn't give it to us. So when I pass evaluations, you know, if I'm using a $300,000 account, I mean, you can see on stream how much I'm trading. I trade about 1 to 2 contracts. That's it. And I do that because you need to make enough buffer to get away from that trailing threshold. Right now, I'm on a spot where I have so many accounts, and not all of them are, you know, some of them are beyond the trailing threshold, and some of them are newer. So some of them are like young ones. And so I still trade small until I can get all my accounts above that trailing threshold. Right, you want to get that static. You want to turn your account static to the static threshold, and until then, trade small. You know, I'm saying 1 to 2 contracts small, and we're talking about $300,000 account trading 1 to 2 contracts, and trading that small will prevent you from blowing your accounts. It will prevent you from that. Good cash management. We broke the overnight high. Overnight high was right here. So this is what I was talking about. I was looking for some sort of trap trade, but the market was being very stingy with us. Did not give us our failed second entry short to go long here, and instead just burst without us, unfortunately. So we didn't get a setup to enter this uptrend, and it is what it is. What can you do? What I do like is that I feel like we're getting some pretty good price action right now. Like some good movement, maybe clear uptrend now. This would be a place where you find a reversal trade. But we're so far above the 20 MA, and it looks so bullish. It might just be an uptrend, and it makes sense also on the daily, right? Strong bull bar ending on its high. They should be follow through here. Potential trap trade here. Now we're way above the 20 MA, so hard to take this trap trade, and also hitting the overnight high could act as resistance. We did break above it a little bit here, but we're finding some resistance here, some bounce, some reaction off of it. So I'm not going to take a trap trade here. In my opinion, no setups for me, really. Baby best setups right here, but underneath the 20 MA, hard to take that. Now we look for a reversal. If we can get the reversal trade, this is the setup I'm looking for. This is what I want. That would be an amazing trade. I think I would take this 10 out of 10 times if I can find a reversal trade here. Major trend reversal, right? Break a trend to new high, coming off, you know, hopefully triggering beneath the 20 MA here, getting closer and closer to 20 MA, bouncing off, you know, overnight high, acting as resistance, good resistance point. Right, and all of these things are working together, right? We bounced off a resistance, which makes sense, right? Where you would want to reverse, pushing so strong down right now, way below the 20 MA, and we're not even getting our setup here, and it's just crashing down without us. So what can we do? No setup for us, unfortunately, right? I wanted a failed second entry long somewhere here, and now we're like basically just looking for a two-leggy back to the 20 MA. Such a strong push down, pandas. Right? Big push up, big push down, and now this is where maybe the bear trend might start. Maybe maybe we might have a bear trend rest of the day today. It could not maybe the rest of the day, but we may have a pretty strong bear trend day today. Yeah, Toad Man's right. This pays way better, but unfortunately, just no setups for us. It's just way better. It's not, you know, it's not super choppy. We're getting some swing trades here. You know, no setups. I mean, my only setup will be a two-leggy. Back to the 20 MA. This will be my only setup that I'm looking for. We could, you know, if you think it's a very strong downtrend, we could do something like this with a trap trade to the downside. I actually might take a trap here because this looks very, very bearish. Very bearish. Not only do we have multiple bear bars in a row, how quickly this formed as well. You know, you can get a sense of how quickly it was, the urgency of this down leg. And with that being said, I may take a trap trade here if we get it. Even though we're off the 240 SMA, like I want to take the trap trade here. I want to participate in this downtrend by any means. And are we gonna get a trap trade? Are we gonna get it? Market is being stingy. Not giving us any setups here to enter this. No pullback. Big push down. No pullback here. Unfortunately, no pullback. It's a straight shot back down to the bottom of this channel on the 10K chart. Breaking through it now. And like I said, I wanted to participate with a trap, but no trap was given to us. So we're just watching this go down without us. And what can you do? I mean, this is a downtrend. And the only thing I can think of is right now, maybe a two-leggy. I think it's a little too far away from the 240 or from the 20 MA now. A little too far away from it to take a trap here. It could work out for you, but I'm not sure. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 out of the last 13 bars are bear bars. 14. 13 out of the last 14 are bear bars. Talking about 15, potentially. Right, and this one bull bar just simply was just for a small pullback for eager bull or bears to enter. Big push down. I'm thinking downtrend right now. I'm just trying to, it's always in short, but we do have a trap trade here, but not entering. A little too far away from 20 MA. It is also an outside bar reversal, but does give you a point on the outside bar reversal. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let's go, baby. Right, outside bar reversal. That trap does become successful, but for me, it's just too far away from 20 MA. But this is looking very strong, bearish move, and we could be creating the two-leggy off the 20 MA on the daily chart. That could be happening. No entries for us though. I mean, basically the bears are trapped out, the bulls are trapped in. This is what this looks like. Right? It's just a straight move down, but it's unsustainable, and it's late in trend now. I'm not trying to participate this late. You do not want to go long here. You're looking for short trades here. I'm trying to find an entry back to the 20 MA, and that's what I would like here. If I can get it, that'd be nice. Very nice. Looking for a two-leggy here. This is a first entry short potential here, but looking for a two-leggy here. This is like the bread and butter setup that we all look for. We always look for. If you're very eager, you enter on this first entry, you scale in again at the second entry. So if you're eager to enter this downtrend, you go short right there, and you're willing to hold it, 4 or 5 points above, above this big wide stop, because you want to scale in one time. I'm just waiting for my setup. I will take an outside bar reversal. I'll take whatever setup we get for a second entry short. Outside bar reversal, pick a chew, doesn't matter. Even with the bad signal bar, maybe, as long as we're underneath the 20 MA. And as long as the risk isn't too large. But even if we don't hit the 20 MA, I'm going to try to get short here because of the eagerness of the bears that I sense. But let's see if the market even gives us a second entry short here. It could just be our first entry only market. Just waiting. I'm just waiting here. Waiting patiently for my setup. And if we don't get one, then we don't get one. You can only take what the market gives you. And the market doesn't want to give you the second entry short. What can you do? Waiting here. Micro double top currently. Sitting on my pause. But I want this second entry short. I want it. Outside bar reversal, taking this trade. With the second entry short, I don't care. I just want to enter in any reason to go short. We got a second entry short here and super strong downtrend. Looking to make a new low here if we can. It looks like it's going to try to stop me out here. And if it stops me out, pandas, what am I going to do? I'm actually going to re-enter again short. Right, if we come back again to the 20 MA. That's just what I'm going to do. Looking for that new low still. So if I get hit here, I'll enter again short. But I'm willing to hold this, willing to risk this because of how strong the downtrend is right now. And I want to enter in wherever I can. We're getting some sideways movement now, and you do have reason to skunk this trade, but I'm just going to hold it. Already knowing my risk here. Already accepting my risk, right? Already accepting if I lose here, it's fine. Because I want to participate in this downtrend, and this was my first way to get in, and I'm going to try. And I'm already thinking, if I lose this and it creates another good signal bar off the 20 MA, I'm going to enter short again. Probably with the swing trade. But now it's getting very choppy. Unfortunately, getting very choppy now. Trap triggers to the upside here. We could get stopped out, which is completely okay. I almost want to go double position with this trap here, though. Almost want to go double position here. If we triggered this trap, I almost want to double position, thinking we're still going short here. Right, this trap fails and we're going downtrend. Gonna come up with double position here. Do not copy my trades. Trade at your own risk. I know my risk that I'm taking here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Getting that bamboo. Completely calculated, completely intentional, everything about that trade. Had a plan moving forward. Even if it fails, I knew what to do. You know, from the beginning and everything to do after, we already know what we're going to do in that trade. Participate. We need to participate in this downtrend. And that was the way to do it. That trap trade was beautiful. Trap trade. I got 2 points on both of those. So let's go, baby. Stephen Hinkle says, Al would probably say, always in short, any reversal will likely fail assume trend. Exactly. Always in short right now. And if there is a pullback, most likely it will be small. So that's why I was willing, even if we come back to the 20 MA, to enter again for a swing trade because of how strong this downtrend is. And it's very clear how strong this downtrend is. Couldn't even come back to the 20 EMA. That's how strong it is right now. And we could be looking for a reversal here, but in my opinion, I don't think so, right? You do have a break of trend to new low here, but in my opinion, because we're not even touching the 20 EMA, right, this is a downtrend, and I think right now we could probably consider a spiking channel of some sort. Do I want this trap to the short side? At this point, I don't. Because we have a trap that fails here, I'm actually thinking maybe some of the momentum is getting lost here. And so we have a trap that fails. Sometimes we come back up, right? The bulls, right? We should always be making money, right? Bears should always be making money. But they failed to make money here. We end up working out here. But that it was a little really sus. A little sus there because the fact that we had a trap here that started to reverse makes me start to think, you know, some of the bulls might be trying to come in here now, because that should have made a point. It doesn't actually stop you out, but right, the fact that it just reverses at all, tricky. Nozim Shahzazov says, your last name is awesome. Shahzizov. Nozim Shahzizov says, you can just stop now and be up $400 or be $400 richer. And that is not accurate at all, because the truth is I have so many Apex accounts, and this is the perfect way to do this, perfect time to do this. But hey, if you guys are just joining, I'm Buy Money, and every single day we trade risk-free. How do we do so? Right? With Apex funded traders. And the thing is, if you pass an evaluation with them, so right now I'm trading $300,000 accounts. And the thing is, if you pass an evaluation with them, you can get your own $300,000 account. You get to trade someone else's money. You get to trade Apex's money. And so whatever losses you get, they actually assume that risk. But whatever profits you gain, then you can take that money out. And so, but the thing is, you got to pass the evaluation. The best part is right now there is a coupon for 50% off using BBM50, and you get 50% off your value. That means we're talking with just a small, like $300, $350 investment in yourself. You can get a funded account for $350. You can trade $300,000 with just $350 evaluation fee, and that is made possible because of that coupon. But the best part is, pandas, and this is where it gets crazy. Pandas. Are you guys listening? Listen closely. And I always use 4. Because it's the easiest way to do the math. But if you have 4 Apex accounts, there's this thing called a trade copier. You can copy your trades across all your accounts. And so, if you have 4 accounts, you can multiply 4 by 250, which is 250 trading days in a year. And if you multiply that, it equals $1,000. What does that mean? That means on average per day, if you make $200, you multiply that by 1,000, and that's how much you can make at the end of the year. So if you can make $200 on average per day, that means by the end of the year, you can make $200,000. And that's just with 4 accounts. With just 4 accounts. Imagine if you had 10 accounts. Imagine if you had 20 accounts. Right? If you had 8 accounts, you multiply that by 2,000. Right? That means you can make $400,000 a year. So if I stopped right now and I just make an average around $400 a day, right? And with just 4 accounts, I can end the year at $400,000, almost $500,000. Almost $500,000. And this is like a game changer. This is the power of prop firms in Apex, and that's That's the beauty of it. You get multiple accounts and you trade them. I mean, we're talking about money that you could never imagine you can make, and that's just by passing some evaluations. You have the potential to do that. Mike Enders asks, how much you have to pay a month for each account? Once you get funded, you only pay a flat fee across any type of account for $85. It includes licensing and data. Turtle says that's 300 times 4 every month too. I mean, if you can't pass your evaluation, sure. But if you can pass your evaluation within 1 month, then you don't have to pay that evaluation fee. So that $300, you don't pay that after you get funded. Once you get funded, you don't pay the evaluation fee anymore. Alright, I'm kicking this guy out. This guy's ridiculous. Sorry. You've been pretty much a nuisance the entire stream. I was trying to give you a chance, but you obviously have no idea. No awareness whatsoever. Charbol Janine says, I don't understand how it's completely risk-free. It sounds too good. Well, it's risk-free because you have to pass an evaluation. You have to prove to Apex that you can trade profitably. Steven Hinkle says, when you get multiple accounts, you have to pass a combine for each one. Yes, you have to pass an evaluation for each one. Lawrence Adisa says, Rhythmic Trader seems to glitch more than it should. And I mean, I'll give you that, to be honest, because I've had it glitch on me a couple times. But every time it's glitched on me, Apex has been really, really good. Their support has been really good for me. There was a time where they had a glitch, and they straight up reset my account to where it was before the glitch, and yeah, that's amazing customer service, if you ask me. Gab, thank you for your support. Thanks for becoming a panda. Enjoy your great name. Enjoy your two-legged pullback badge as it forms over time. Enjoy your panda emoticons and enjoy access to the pre-market show, where you get access to seeing all my off-stream trades, and also you get to see all my account balances. Adam asks, why did you remove the guy's messages? I just hit him and it removes them all. He was being a nuisance. Jacob Donahoe says, I had a glitch where I couldn't sell out of my position. I almost had a stroke that day. No, seriously. The rhythmic issues are actually the most stressful thing ever, because you're just like, what is happening with my account? Jaden Saint says, I just got 25 points on 2 runners. I'm shaking. Let's go, baby. Yo, show some for Jaden. Show some love, pandas, for Jaden. Also, say hi to our new panda here, Gab. Gab. We have a 2-leggy forming here off the 20 EMA. I'm gonna sit on my pause because so many times, pandas, like I'm just like, I want to end green today, pandas. It's my dream to end green today, and I just want to end green today. I'm not gonna enter any more trades probably. Turtles, I mean, you gotta contact Apex support. He was saying like my viewers are botted. I don't know. He's saying that I have bots to increase the view count. I mean, I almost have 9,000 subs and having 250 some viewers with eight, especially with Trades by Matt being on vacation. That is very reasonable. And he's coming on the stream saying all my viewers are fake. He says I had 20 viewers at most. And this guy was being a nuisance. I let that go. I let that go, and they started continuing. I just had enough. Gab asks, if you're funded and you have a rhythmic problem, do you get paid what you lost? Actually, I did. I did. But I think the rhythmic problem has to be caused by rhythmic. So rhythmic has to basically probably, there was a time on stream where literally I think everybody was having issues and I was putting trades in on stream, and you can see you could clearly see on stream all my trades kind of like, just they, I don't know, they become orange and you just can't do anything with them. And then it was like I think it was like a widely known issue. I think when it's a widely known issue, then they will definitely, I mean, at least from what happened, they reset my accounts. Adam says, why does it say you get to trade a 300k account, but you can trade a couple contracts, which in margin is nothing? I'm not sure what that means, but if you get the $300,000 account, you can trade up to 35 contracts, which is amazing. Kirk Reed asks, can you use a trade copier during eval pass multiple accounts? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, I mean, the I would say the only thing I've had issues with so far is rhythmic, and sometimes it's a little wonky, and I don't like it either. But I am confident in Apex support. I'll just say, I have the luxury because I stream and I have all my capturing set up. But I would say if you do have an issue, record it. Record it so you get clear evidence of what's happening, and you can show them, I can't get rid of these trades. I can't get rid of these positions, and I'm doing everything that on their website. They also tell you how to close your trades, your positions through Rhythmic itself. And so just show on your things, on your capture, that I'm trying all these things, nothing's working. And I think if you just have that kind of proof, then they'll probably be more willing. But it's like, in a sense, they have to protect themselves to be like, okay, I mean, you could just had a computer problem and we don't know. And it's like, we're not going to do anything with that because we can't prove that it's an issue with Rhythmic. It could have been user error. So I understand, if they're not so quick, especially if it's not a widely known issue. Like there was a time where it was a widely known issue and they were very willing to just, recompensate anything that happened. But I think, unless you can prove that, hey, look at this, like these orders are not disappearing, I'm trying to get rid of them, Xing them out, and, and you're showing them on the Rhythmic, your position, and there's a way to get rid of your positions or cancel your orders through Rhythmic. If you show them that you do that as well, you basically just go to Rhythmic, open positions, and go to the positions window and try to X out your positions. And if that doesn't even work, then I think you have clear evidence that, man, something's wrong with Rhythmic, and I think there'll be more. But I think you have to show the evidence of that. We are getting a slight reversal here, but it's consolidating after a super strong downtrend. we are starting to get some consolidation, and most likely the downtrend will continue, but we do have this break of trend to new low, and this could be a reversal spot. I mean, we're clearly above the 20 EMA now on the 2K chart, but the higher time frames, we're clearly in a downtrend still. So this could be a small bounce back up on the 2K chart. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. I think it's great if people know, how well everyone else is doing. Especially if you're like losing money today and you're like, man, I'm having a hard time. You see other people, filling this poll. It's like, man, other people have lost over $500 today as well. I see I'm not alone. And, some days, honestly, are just harder for others. It really depends on your trading style and just kind of your personality, I think, too. Like, some people love trading ranges. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Some people love them, though. And I just, for me, I just, I don't do well in trading range type days. But some people love them. It just kind of depends, Are you a guy who looks for reversals, or are you a person who looks for a lot of, continuations? Alex asks, can you trade different accounts from Apex, Lilu? I'm not exactly sure. I only have Apex, so I haven't tried. But man, I'm just saying, with just 4 accounts, right now I'm at pace. I'm at pace right now. If I just have, I have more than 4 accounts. Again, if you want to know how many accounts I have, you guys can become members. But just with an example, with 4 accounts, I could be on track for $400,000 income at the end of the year. Finding some consolidation. Is this a place for a reversal? Maybe, but I don't know. I'm not too convinced we're going to be an uptrend right now. Gab asks, am I the only one who loves adrenaline rush when you take a risky trade? Yes, you are. You're the only one who loves that. I hate it. DX says, I normally look to a poster of Michael Chin to decide which direction to trade. Oh man, pray to Michael Chin. Ask him for answers. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling with my 400. Or 400. Kind of like I mentioned today, being a bear trend day today. I mean, in my opinion, it makes sense to come back to the 20 May. But who knows? We would trigger a second entry short actually on the daily, a lower high second entry short. Am I gonna trade that aggressively? Maybe, and that could happen today. If we break yesterday's low today, then we actually have effectively triggered our second entry short on the daily chart. I'm so tempted to take another trade, but I don't want to. I just want to be green today. Let's have a good session. NQ Trader Brandon says, do you have a recommended trade journal or spreadsheet to track your trades? I actually do not. It's not a bad idea. I personally want to do more archiving in terms of bad setups. Right? I want to go back and look at my bad trades and just archive them and be like, you know, and just memorize them and be like, do not take setups that look like this. To me, that's, you know, almost more important. But I typically just use NinjaTrader, you know, trade performance to track how I'm doing. And that, to me, you know, they have enough charting tools there, reporting tools that are good enough for me. But, you know, some people like to do it more manually and like to do that. So there are some people on our two-legged pullback Discord which probably do have good spreadsheets that they use personally, but this could be a strong push-up. Main reason being because there's a failed trap on the 10K chart. 10K chart, right, triggers this fail second entry long, right? Triggers by pushing down, and now we're gonna pushing higher. Most likely gonna push back up to 20 MA here, I think, on the 10K chart. Could look for a trap trade to the long side, knowing that now the 10K chart has potential to go up higher. Jaden says, Panda, how long have you been trading? I've been trading for pretty much 2 years now with this method. Altogether, maybe 5 years, just from when I first started, the first time I ever bought a stock, you know.
10,000 tick trap.
Now we actually have a trap on the 10K chart, which is surprising. Very choppy now. Right, this is very choppy on the 10K chart. So difficult to see. I'm not going to take this short here. I will not take this short. Barely enough room to the bottom of the trading range. Little too choppy for me. I'm gonna let this play out and get out of this consolidation, right? If I went short here, I'm basically going short right into the bottom trading range. So I'm gonna let this consolidation play out. You know, it's a very small range, and I don't feel comfortable trading this range unless I had, like, you know, clear setups, maybe like failed breakout, failed breakdown, but a little too tight for me to trade here. Amin Jotaro asks a question. Panda, what would you do if you go with a prop firm who have daily loss limit? I'm not sure if I would do anything different, but yeah. That does make a point going short there on his downtrend, two-leggy. Decent signal bar, but just too close to the bottom of the trading range for me. I'm gonna sit in my pause. It's just getting too sideways. We're going in and out of the 20 EMA. Most likely will continue the downtrend. Most likely. But, you know, it's just in and out of 20 MA, so I'm going to just sit on my pause here. Right, it's just like, I like the signal bar, but I don't like where it is, right? It's just basically too close to the bottom of this trading range. Lance Gone as, would you give up work and trade full time? I would. I definitely would. My goal is to see, first off, this year, how much, you know, how much I can pull out of Apex. If I can make, you know, $250,000, you know, something like that this year, then I may really consider, you know, there's a lot of things you got to do when you want to trade full time. And yeah, this is going to go down. I may take a trap to the short side if we get a trap here. There's a lot of things you got to consider, especially if you have like a family. If you're living by yourself in your parents' basement, then it's like, you know, you can take all the risk you want. It doesn't really matter. It is not financial advice, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you don't have things to lose, really. But, you know, if you have mortgage to pay, bills to pay, you know, responsibilities, then you got to be very set up to trade full time. And I think typically you want, like, I've heard, you know, you want 2 years of salary, like 2 years of your full-time salary. You want to have that in the bank.
10,000 tick trap.
Not only that, for me personally, I need to, in my opinion, I mean, if I have like a if I get, basically, if I can get like a $250,000 this year trading with Apex, then I would highly consider doing it. But also on top of that, I need to save enough, just in case things go awry. So yeah, I'm a bit away from that. If anything, like, it would be like a 2 to 3 year plan before going full time. But the thing is, I'm taking steps to it. So who knows? I mean, it can happen without me even knowing it. And next thing I know, it might be full time trading. But just gradually taking steps towards that. But we'll see. Gab says rhythmic is lacking. That's no good. We are consolidating here, trading range. I almost want to take this short here though, because I feel like we can break down here, but because we're back in the trading range, I'm going to sit on my pause. So, I mean, 1 to 2, I mean, to be safe, I understand if it's 2 years of your full-time income you want to be saved. But, yeah. But the thing about Apex is, like, I can try to trade right now, like, kind of full-time. Yeah, because the amount of capital I can trade with right now is incredible. Like I said, like, I make 400 right now, like, on stream. At the end of the day, I could be up 1,000, and I'm just saying, with that plus, multiple accounts, it's incredible, pandas. I'm just saying right now. Simon Teo asks, I am new here. How long have you been trading? I answered that question maybe about 5 minutes ago. Worldview Bro asks, Panda, do you pick out some stocks or do you invest in ETFs? I guess we're slow here, so I can answer some of these questions. Yes, of course I do. I have gold. I am ready for anything. If we have hyperinflation with the way the administration currently is printing money and how they're being so irresponsible, it's evil for how irresponsible they are right now with their fiscal policies. But I want to be ready for anything, and so I'm ready for hyperinflation if it does happen. It's unlikely, right? But it's possible. So, especially the way things are going right now. And inflation, the last inflation, reading was like over 7%, and the actual inflation is probably way higher than that, right? The government always tries to soften the blow, but and yeah, so gold. I have gold. And not only that, I don't have any cryptocurrencies. I don't. To be honest, I don't have them. And it's not like I don't want them. It's because I wanted a certain entry. I was waiting for a certain entry with them, and I'm still waiting for that entry. And so, if it comes, then I probably will buy some crypto as well, and probably just Bitcoin, Ethereum. Other than that, dividend stocks. For me, everything else is kind of going to these dividend stocks, and companies that have a lot of cash, good cash flow, and good, decent dividends. So, the idea is hopefully, the most passive thing I could think about is probably, dividend stocks. And that's more passive than real estate. Real estate, you have to find tenants. You basically are running a business, a rental business, and you have to manage that properly. You have to take care of your properties. You have to make sure you find tenants. You can hire a management company to do that, but that requires kind of more money. And so it is semi-passive, but if you want to talk about passive income, dividend stocks. I mean, and it's not exciting, it's not fun, it's nothing, there's nothing glamorous about it. And for me, I could care less, right? Because that is the most purest form of passive income in my opinion. So so I'm building a portfolio with dividends, and protecting myself from hyperinflation. Otherwise, I also have a couple houses as well. Jalen says, think about yield farming your cash in crypto. I have a lot of friends who do that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I can see that being beneficial, but I would have to do more research on doing that, like staking your own crypto, right? Earning interest on your own crypto. The only problem is that that's like within crypto itself, and you gain more crypto, and it's just like the crypto market itself is kind of like, it's still speculative in my opinion, very speculative. But like I said, it's not like I'm not interested in this. I don't have any crypto right now. I'm just waiting for a certain entry, and I'm a patient panda, so I wait. Panda. Health and Fitness asks, will I be fading this? I probably am done for today on stream, but right now, no, I wouldn't be fading this. I would wait for the higher time frame, right? Because we have a clear, right, target, which is a 20 EMA. I'd be careful here to try to short this right now, but we also have a clear trading range. So it depends. I don't know. For me, we have an L4 or H4 setup with a trap, right? Reversal, right? This is a major trend reversal happening right now, and those higher time frames trying to get to that 20 EMA. If you were to fade this though, the setup we are looking for is a lower high setup. Lower high. But with every lower high setup, you have to realize that that is simply a two-legged pullback. So this is a lower high, but could be like this. So, but I probably wouldn't fade back into this. Jaden Saints asks, what's your job? I'm a developer, hence the reason why we have the two-legged pullback indicator here. If you guys want more information about the strategy, you guys can go to the description. There are playlists going over the details of the two-legged pullback, and what you see on screen, all these numbers, it's a two-legged pullback indicator, and it goes and it automatically shows you all second entries and all traps. Also gives you alerts when there's two-legged pullbacks coming. Turtles asks, King Panda, I know you've explained it before, but can you tell me what makes a trap? So these are traps here. In order to understand a trap, you have to first understand what a second entry, short or long, is. Right? A two-legged pullback, A, B, C, two legs up. Typically, right, you'll continue the original trend. So you have the original trend going down. Typically, you continue the original trend. But instead of continuing the original trend, you reverse, and then you go the other way. that's a trap, right? When you make less than a point, right, you get the magenta box, and that reversed here. I would consider coming back into this trading range, but in my opinion, we are not in a market cycle, a trading range type market cycle. So I don't know. We're in a very trendy market cycle right now, so it's hard for me to say if I want to come back into this. Maybe, you know, the best setup to look for would be a fail second entry long, and then I would be so tempted. I would probably take that short. If we get a fail second entry long here, right, coming back to the bottom of this trading range, I would consider that. We actually have a L4 setup potentially here as well. All right, pandas. As this uptrend continues, we're gonna end this here. And so, boy, oh boy, up 400 today across multiple Apex accounts. I'll just say right now, whoo boy, we were having a good day today. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream, and see you guys bright. Tomorrow's Whiskey Wednesday and FOMC announcement tomorrow. Don't forget. So be prepared for those two things. But otherwise, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.